Hello, everyone. I'm Wolf, and you're watching Telling Stories, the channel where we relive the greatest moments in football and history. Today we're going back to 1967 to revisit one of the most thrilling finals in Copa Libertadores history. After years of Independiente's dominance, a new champion emerged on the continent. Racing Club faced the traditional Nacional of Uruguay in a dramatic showdown that required 3 matches and was only decided in extra time. So don't forget to leave your like, subscribe to the channel, and join me on this journey through history. The 1967 Copa Libertadores was the 8th edition of South America's premier club competition. The tournament brought together national champions from across the continent and had already earned enormous prestige among fans and players. Argentina was the powerhouse of the era. Independiente had won the 2 previous editions, but now another Argentine giant was ready to make history. Racing Club, known as La Academia. With a well-organized team, Racing delivered a consistent campaign throughout the competition. The squad featured talented players and a solid defensive system, which became one of the trademarks of that team. After overcoming their opponents in the earlier rounds, Racing secured a spot in the grand final. On the other side stood Nacional of Uruguay, one of the continent's most traditional clubs and the reigning Uruguayan champion. The final would be played in up to 3 matches, since the rules at the time did not use goal difference to determine the champion. If each team won 1 game, a third playoff match would be required. The first match. The opening game took place in Montevideo, in front of Nacional's passionate home crowd. Even away from home, Racing showed character and won 2-1, gaining an important psychological edge for the rest of the series. The second match. Days later, in Buenos Aires, it was Nacional's turn to respond. The Uruguayans put on a strong performance and also won 2-1, leveling the series with 1 victory apiece. With 1 win for each side, the rules required a third match on neutral ground. The decisive match. The decisive clash was played in Santiago, Chile. It was an extremely balanced game, marked by physical battles and few scoring chances. The 90 minutes ended 0-0, sending the final into extra time. That's when one of the most historic moments in Libertadores history was born. At the 11th minute of extra time, Juan Carlos Cárdenas received the ball and unleashed a powerful long-range shot. The strike surprised the goalkeeper and found the corner of the net. It was the title-winning goal. Racing won 1-0 and lifted the Copa Libertadores for the very first time. Across the 3 matches, the aggregate score was 4-3 for Racing, though the champion was determined by the rules of the time, which prioritized victories and the playoff match. The triumph marked a new era for Argentine football. For the first time, a club other than Independiente claimed South America's top trophy. But the historic season still had another major challenge in store. As Libertadores champions, Racing faced Celtic of Scotland, the European champions, in the Intercontinental Cup. After 3 fiercely contested matches, Racing won the series and became World Club champions, ending 1967 as the best team on the planet. To this day, that squad is remembered fondly by fans and holds a special place in the club's history. The 1967 Copa Libertadores showed that determination, organization, and talent can change a club's destiny. Racing overcame tough opponents, won a thrilling final against Nacional, and claimed South America's most important title for the first time. Shortly afterward, they reached the pinnacle of world football by winning the Intercontinental Cup. If you enjoyed this journey through history, leave your like, subscribe to Telling Stories, and activate the bell so you don't miss the next episodes in our series on every edition of the Copa Libertadores. I'm Wolf, thank you very much for joining me, and I'll see you in the next video. Until next time.